Good morning everyone. Today we will presenting our business law analysis case titled Case Study 3, The Property Deal Gone Wrong. This case focuses on the law agency, particularly whether an agent had the authority to enter into a property agreement and whether the principal can be held legally responsible. Throughout this presentation, we will explain the fact of the case, identify the legal issue, apply the relevant legal principle, and conclude with our analysis.
Before we begin, let me briefly introduce our presentation. In case analysis was prepared by Jen, Liana, Sariana, Eva, and Sarah. For the course, Introduction to Business Law. Our objective is to examine the legal issue in this property dispute by applying the relevant principle of agency law and determining whether the agreement is legally binding.
And fellow classmates, welcome to Business Law course. Our case today is the deal gone wrong. This case involves 4 parties, which is the first one is Skyline Properties Sendirian Berhad, the agency of the office. The second one is Owner Realty Sendirian Berhad, the real estate agency. Third one is Mr. Ryan, the property negotiator, and the last one is Creative Design Sendirian Berhad, the prospective tenant. Started as a simple office rental soon become a legal dispute with thousands of ringgits. Ryan Chong informed Creativa that the landlord has accepted their offer. Believing this, Creativa signed the tenancy agreement with paid 18,000 and spent 30,000 on office renovation and gave notice to leave their existing office. However, Skyline later rejected the agreement, claiming that Ryan never had authority to sign on its behalf. Now, the biggest question is, who should bear the loss? And let's examine the evidence.
Thank you, Jen. I'm going to talk about the legal issue. If we were lawyer, we would ask 4 important legal questions. Question number 1. Did Ryan Chong have legal authority to sign the tenancy agreement? The agency agreement clearly stated that Meridian could market the property and receive offer, but only Skyline authorized representative could approve and sign a binding tenancy agreement. Ryan signed it anyway. So for question number 2, is Skyline legally bound by Ryan action? Question number 3, can Meridian avoid responsibility by saying Ryan acted on his way? Question number 4, can Creativa recover the 18,000 ringgit deposit and 30,000 ringgit renovation cost? The main law involved is the law of agency together with contract law. The key legal concepts are principal, agent, actual authority, apparent authority. This concept will help us determine who is legally responsible.
How? Let's apply the law to the fact. Have actual authority because Skyline never gave him written approval to sign the tenancy agreement. Therefore, Ryan exceeded the authority given to him. However, this case does not end there. Another important legal principle is apparent authority. Apparent authority exists when a third party reasonably believes the agent has authority because of the principal conduct. Creativa had every reason to trust Ryan because he represented Meridian Realty. He handled all negotiation. He prepared the tenancy agreement, and he assured Cretiva that Skyline has accepted the offer. From Cretiva perspective, Ryan appeared to have authority. That is why Cretiva proceeds with the payment and renovation plan.
Skyline argues that Ryan had no authorities, so it should not be bound to agreement. Next, Meridian argues Ryan acted personally. In our opinion, Cretiva has a strongest legal position because it's really on the agent's representation, honestly, and suffer real financial losses.
After analyzing all the facts and legal principles, our group's conclusion is Ryan Chung exceeded his authority by signing the tenancy agreement without Skyline's written approval. However, Cretiva acted honestly and reasonably on Ryan's representations. Therefore, Cretiva has a strong legal basis to seek compensation for the loss it suffered. This dispute could have been avoided if, first, Skyline has clearly monitored its agents. Second, Ryan had obtained written approval before signing. Third, Meridian had properly supervised its negotiator. And Cretiva has verified the landlord's approval before making payments.
Now, let's look at how similar disputes can be prevented in the future. First, written approval should always be obtained before signing important agreements. An agent authority should be clearly defined so everyone understands their legal limits. Third, good communication between the principal, agent, and third party can prevent misunderstanding. Finally, companies should keep proper records and provide employers to ensure they follow company's policies. This measure can reduce legal disputes and improve trust in business transition.
These are the main references used in our case analysis. We refer to business law in Malaysia by Lee Min Peng, business law by Henry R. Chesterman, the Contract Act 1950, and the principle of Malaysia agency law. These sources help us to understand the legal concept and apply them correctly to the fact of this case.
Business law teaches us an important lesson. Authority is not just about trust. It must be clear, legal, and properly documented. Thank you for your attention.